Hello everyone and welcome to my bold and beautiful today update channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Deacon makes a game-changing decision and Taylor returns to read Finn the riot act. Moment on the bold and the beautiful, Taylor puts Finn on notice. Deacon wants Sheila in his life and Archie struggles to keep Eric's secret. At the Precipice house, Finn picks up a truck belonging to Hayes and also walks over to look at the framed prints of him and Steffi. He flashes to proposing to her on bended knee before the sound of the door disrupts him. It's Taylor who notes he may be the only person who doesn't have to lock his door because of Sheila Carter. She's back from Italy to talk some sense into him. At Deacon's place, Sheila claims she's speechless over what he did for her. "You set me free," she recaps. "I am not going to forget that. I'm going to be thankful to you ever, Cleric. If he ever needs her to help him with a favor, she's further than willing. Right now, she just wants to protest off her shoes and relax." Cleric sensations that she's not shy about showing her 9 little piggies. They debate whether her cutting off her own toe was extreme or passionate. Sheila insists she'd do anything to remain a part of Finn and Hayes' lives, and yours too, Cleric. At the Forrester manse, Donna tells RJ that Eric has a lot riding on this collection. She recaps that he can't sketch and is frustrated. RJ thinks that his pater needs to know the verity. Donna argues that his forefather would feel really betrayed. RJ just worries this isn't good for him presently. Donna implores him to keep working with Eric to give him his final collection, and please don't tell your father. RG Donna irked B and B. Donna gets emotional as she says that Eric's condition is indeed affecting him when he plays the piano now. RG doesn't suppose he's helping him by keeping this a secret. Donna argues he's giving him drive and purpose and pleads with RG not to give up on his granddad. At Forrester, Ridge looks at the figures Carter has brought to the office. He declares they can't do 2 coucher lines. Carter has spoken to Eric and he doesn't see him backing down. Brooke recalls that Carter suggested before that Ridge talked to RJ. She thinks that might be the stylish idea. Carter says he'll step out and go over the figures. Brooke declares that in the meantime, Ridge will talk to RJ and try to move them to unite on one line. Carter doesn't suppose Eric wants to do that. Brooke Ridge B&B at the Precipice house. Taylor tells Finn that Steffi and the kiddies are settling in overseas, but they miss him. He has to take way to ensure Sheila isn't in his life again. It's the only way your woman is coming home. She understands the connection between a birth mama and her child, but this is Sheila they're talking about. She left them both for dead in the alley. Her intention was to kill your woman. Finn knows that, and it's killing him being piecemeal from Steffi. Taylor smothers, also do commodity about it. Finn, step up. Prove to Steffi that it's safe to come home to you. Finn recalls to Taylor that he and Steffi set up their way back to each other ahead in flashes to reuniting in Monaco. "My love for your son gave me the strength to fight my way back to her, and I pledged we'd no way be piecemeal again." Taylor doesn't watch what he does. He just needs to get Sheila out of his life. You need to do whatever you can to make sure that happens. Taylor B&B at Deacon's. He tells Sheila that everyone deserves an alternate chance, and everyone deserves to be loved. She gushes. "You have no idea what that means to me." Sheila asks how Deacon knows the judge and he chuckles. "We go way back. It killed him to see her locked up. He's not naive and knows she's done some terrible effects." Sheila argues that she took responsibility and she's changed. That's what Deacon told the judge. Sheila tells Deacon that he's a big reason for why she's changed. Sheila will no way forget the lengths he went to in order to secure her freedom. She recalls they decided they weren't going to see each other presently. Cleric sighs. "It's just too dangerous." Sheila knows. She wouldn't want him to threaten his relationship with Hope. "But you were a perfect illustration of how effects can be if people see you've changed." She promises not to pop in and stop by, indeed though it was a lot of fun. Sheila thanks Deacon again for everything he did and says farewell. Deacon tells her to stay. "Perhaps I'm crazy, but I've been alone too long." She asks, "What are you saying?" Deacon replies, "I don't want to be alone presently." Sheila Deacon B&B at Forrester. Brooke can see that being at odds with Eric is taking a risk on Ridge. She has to believe it'll each work out for the stylish. "I am always on your side." Ridge asks, Why is my pater doing this? Why is he putting RG right in the middle? RG appears in the doorway and says, I can tell you, Dad. RG Ridge Brook B and B Ridge tells RG he's glad he's there. Eric hasn't been himself recently and they are bothered the fashion challenge may be taking a risk on him. Ridge is glad that RG is designing with him, but if there's commodity going on with his granddad, they need to know. Brooke reminds her son he can tell them anything. RG flashes to Donna asking him not to tell Ridge about Eric's condition. RG tells Ridge that this is the most important line of his forefather's career and he needs to give him the support he needs. That's it. Taylor returns to Los Angeles. Taylor Hayes returns and we are sure she'll have a lot to say. Bold and the beautiful spoilers for Thursday, September 28, 2023, bring Taylor back stateside. Make sure to tune in because this is a homecoming you won't want to miss. Bold and the beautiful spoilers highlights Taylor took off for Europe when the going got tough in Los Angeles. And it was lucky she did because she was formerly there to drink Steffi and the kiddies and help them settle in. Well, they're settled now, and it's time for Taylor to give them some breathing room. Plus, there's plenitude for her to take care of at home. Welcome home. Of course, one of Taylor's first stops is to surprise Ridge and Brooke. Why not check in and see how their reunion is going? Plus, modernize Ridge on how their son is doing. And we're sure Ridge will want to modernize her on what their son is over to. Will her presence be 8? Will the triad get on long enough to partake all the hot gossip? This would be a good time for Taylor and Brooke to bury the hatchet, especially now that their kiddies are intruding around. Deacon plans his unborn. Meanwhile, Deacon has a massive life choice to make. Does this have to do with the she-devil? It's clear he's fallen hard for Sheila indeed after her near-murder spree. As much as he knows being with her means social self-murder, he just can't help himself. Will he eventually come to his senses and end this messy affair? Or will Deacon do the unbelievable and make their courting life public and let the cards fall how they may? Whatever Cleric decides to do, we are sure there will be fallout either way. In case you missed it, there were some inconceivable performances last week on The Bold, and the Beautiful and Soap Hub had a hard time choosing exactly who should be awarded Pantomime of the Week honors. Deacon's despair overrides his good sense. In The Bold and the Beautiful recap for September 27, 2023, Deacon decides to go whole over Reader and make a life with Shayla. The consequences be damned. Bold and the Beautiful recap highlights in addition, RG finds himself wedged between a gemstone and his hard-headed pops. Now let's dig a little deeper into what exactly happened. Sheila reiterated her preliminarily stated thing, and that, of course, is to come a significant part of her son and grandson's live. Also seductively added that she was just as passionately devoted and married to hanging around Deacon as well, and that pleased Cleric to no end. The two moved to the near SETI, where they rehashed matters, and Sheila concluded that Deacon had changed her. Cleric, for his part, claimed that she had changed him as well. For the better? The jury's still out. Sheila flashed back how she and Deacon had decided to end effects between them and agreed that it was for the stylish. She didn't want to see him risk his relationship with Hope, peril his retaining of Il Giardino, Trattoria Rustica, or bring him the respect of his family. Rising to leave, Sheila assured Deacon she wouldn't be popping in presently and told him to no way forget her. But no sooner had Sheila made for the door than Cleric stopped her and declared that he had been alone for far too long and he didn't want to be alone presently. Co-conspirators at the Forrester Manse, Donna pounded home to RJ the significance of not ratting out Eric's medical sickness and his uninterrupted investment in helping Eric realize his designs. When RG protested, Donna whizzed that keeping Eric's secret was helping him and that RG serving as his hands was giving him the drive and purpose he so desperately demanded. Eric must go out on top. He can't be made to feel useless or that he's a burden. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, Brooke, Ridge, and Carter continued to bemoan Eric for making a demand of them. How dare he? Doesn't he know what it'll bring?